The Amazon is changing. For months, rain has ruled this world. Rivers overflow. Flooded forests stretch for kilometers. Life seems endless. But now, something is different. The monsoon season is drawing to an end. Day by day, the water retreats. The forest begins to dry. And with every passing week, food becomes harder to find. Across the Amazon, animals are preparing for a difficult season. Some feed constantly. Others migrate. Many simply hope they have enough strength to survive what comes next. In a place where every creature depends on the rhythm of the seasons, timing is everything. A single mistake can mean starvation. A single failure can mean death. And for one hunter hidden deep within the jungle, the coming weeks will become a test of survival. Because somewhere beneath the shadows of the rainforest, a silent predator is already searching. And tonight, its hunt begins. In the Amazon, many animals fear what they can hear. The scream of a monkey, the warning call of a bird, the splash of something large entering the water. But the deadliest dangers often arrive without a sound. Hidden among the darkness moves one of the rarest predators in the rainforest, a black jaguar. Known by many as the Black Panther, its dark coat is not a separate species. Beneath the black fur, the familiar rosette patterns of a jaguar still remain, visible only when sunlight reaches the right angle. For generations, this unusual coloration has helped the predator disappear into the shadows. The forest is crowded with life, yet almost none of it notices the hunter moving among them. Patience is its greatest weapon. It does not chase. It does not rush. It waits, watching, listening, calculating. Because in the Amazon, every movement costs energy, and every hunt carries risk. The black jaguar understands something every predator must learn. Survival belongs to those who waste nothing. Tonight, that lesson will be tested once again. Many people imagine predators as unstoppable killing machines. The reality is very different. Even the jaguar can fail. A branch can crack. A scent can travel on the wind. A prey animal can react a fraction of a second too soon, and suddenly the opportunity is gone. For a predator, failure is expensive. Every unsuccessful hunt drains valuable energy. Every missed meal weakens the body. And weakness is dangerous. Especially in a forest filled with competitors, the jaguar possesses one of the most powerful bites of any big cat on Earth. Strong enough to pierce skulls. Strong enough to crush armored prey, an ability earned through millions of years of evolution. But even extraordinary weapons cannot guarantee success, because nature offers no promises, only opportunities. And opportunities are becoming increasingly rare. The dry season is approaching. Food is moving. The forest is changing. And somewhere ahead, the jaguar must find its next meal before hunger finds it first. Unlike lions, jaguars do not live together. There are no prides, no family hunting parties, no allies waiting nearby. A jaguar walks alone, always. Each individual controls its own territory, a world of rivers, trees, and hidden pathways known only to its owner. For males, these territories can stretch across vast areas of rainforest. For females, every corner of the territory must provide enough food to support future generations. Boundaries matter here, because when territories overlap, conflict follows. And conflict can be deadly. Another jaguar is not simply a neighbor, it is a rival, a competitor for prey, a threat to survival. In the Amazon, solitude is not loneliness. It is strategy. It is protection. It is the invisible wall that keeps violence away. But as forests shrink and resources become harder to find, those invisible walls are beginning to collapse. And when that happens, even kings are forced to fight. Not far from the jaguar's territory lives a creature that may decide the outcome of the coming hunt. The capybara. The largest rodent on Earth. At first glance, it appears defenseless. No claws, no fangs, no armor, no obvious weapons. Yet capybaras have survived alongside jaguars for thousands of years, because their greatest defense is not strength, it is understanding. Understanding where danger lives and knowing when to disappear. Water is their sanctuary. When threatened, a capybara can slip beneath the surface and remain almost completely hidden. Only the eyes remain above the water, watching, waiting, listening. For the jaguar, this creates a problem. A difficult prey is dangerous prey. Every attack must be perfectly timed. Every movement must remain unnoticed. Somewhere along the riverbank, the capybaras are feeding. And somewhere nearby, a black shadow is moving through the forest. The distance between hunter and prey is shrinking, and soon one of them will make a mistake. The sun sinks lower. Shadows stretch across the forest. For many animals, this is a time to rest. For the jaguar, it is the beginning of opportunity. Silent paws press against damp earth. Each step is deliberate, measured, almost invisible. The black coat blends perfectly with the fading light. This is where melanism becomes an advantage. In the darkness of the rainforest, the hunter becomes a shadow among shadows. Ahead, the riverbank remains busy. Capybaras continue feeding. Youngsters stay close to the group. Adults remain alert. Yet, even the most vigilant prey cannot watch every direction at once. The jaguar knows this. It doesn't need chaos. It doesn't need panic. It only needs one mistake. And tonight, the forest is preparing to provide one. Predators are often remembered for the attack, rarely for the waiting. Yet waiting is where the hunt is truly won. For nearly an hour, the jaguar remains hidden, barely moving, barely breathing. Its eyes remain fixed on the herd. Every movement is analyzed, every weakness noted. The capybaras seem relaxed. Some graze. Others rest near the water. To an observer, nothing appears unusual, but the jaguar sees patterns invisible to most creatures. One animal is drifting farther from safety. Not enough to cause alarm, but enough to create opportunity. Millions of years of evolution have refined this instinct, the ability to recognize vulnerability, to predict behavior, to strike at precisely the right moment. The distance is closing, and the hunter's calculations are nearly complete. The capybara's greatest defense has always been water. When danger appears, the river becomes a fortress, a place where escape remains possible. But every refuge has limits. To eat, the herd must leave the water. To survive, they must expose themselves. The Amazon demands risk from every creature. Predators risk starvation. Prey risk becoming food. The balance is relentless. A young capybara steps farther onto the bank, searching for fresh vegetation. The movement is small, almost insignificant, yet small decisions often determine survival. Hidden among the vegetation, the jaguar lowers its body. Muscles tighten. Eyes lock onto the target. The moment is approaching. The forest grows quiet, as if everything is holding its breath. The jaguar is different from other big cats. It does not rely entirely on speed, nor does it depend solely on endurance. Its greatest weapon is power. A compact body packed with muscle, massive shoulders, extraordinary jaw strength. While lions and tigers often target the throat, jaguars frequently attack the skull itself, a strategy few predators can achieve. The bite is devastating, fast, efficient, final. Every feature of this hunter tells the same story. Power over distance, ambush over pursuit, precision over chaos. But even perfect weapons require perfect timing. One sound, one sudden movement, one warning call, and everything could be lost. The jaguar waits for certainty because opportunities are precious, and hunger is becoming increasingly urgent. The young capybara pauses. For a brief second, it separates from the group. Not far, just enough, the jaguar sees the opening. This is what hours of patience have been leading toward. The distance is short. The angle is perfect. The wind remains favorable. Every condition aligns. Slowly, the predator shifts forward. One step, then another. The capybara lowers its head, still unaware, still feeding. The river flows quietly beside them. The forest appears calm. But beneath that calm lies a decision that cannot be undone. Because once the jaguar launches its attack, there will be no second chance. And somewhere in the darkness, the hunter finally moves. Without warning, the forest explodes into motion. The jaguar bursts from cover, a black streak crossing the riverbank. The capybaras react instantly. Alarm spreads through the herd. Water erupts in every direction. Panic, speed, confusion. For prey animals, survival often depends on reaction time. For predators, success depends on closing the distance before that reaction occurs. The jaguar accelerates, powerful muscles driving it forward. The young capybara turns. Too late. The hunter is already upon it. Years of instinct, millions of years of evolution compressed into a matter of seconds. The struggle is brief, violent, unforgiving. The jaguar's jaws find their target. Its bite delivers overwhelming force. The prey resists, but only for a moment. Nature rarely offers prolonged battles. Efficiency conserves energy, and energy is survival. Gradually, movement stops. Silence returns. The hunt is over. For the capybara, the story ends here. For the jaguar, another challenge begins, because securing a kill is only half the battle. Keeping it is another matter entirely. And the Amazon is full of opportunists. The jaguar begins dragging its prize. The effort is enormous. The prey weighs nearly as much as some humans. Yet the predator continues, slowly, determined. The scent of blood travels quickly through the rainforest. Scavengers may arrive. Rival jaguars may investigate. Even caimans patrol nearby waterways. Every minute increases the risk. This is why jaguars often move their kills away from danger, sometimes deep into cover, sometimes into the trees themselves. A remarkable display of strength. The forest rewards success, but it never allows success to remain easy. Every meal must be earned twice, once during the hunt and once again afterward. As darkness settles across the Amazon, the jaguar feeds. For now, hunger has been defeated, but another threat continues to grow. Far beyond the riverbanks, trees are falling, roads expand, forests fragment. The territory that once supported generations of jaguars becomes smaller each year. For an apex predator, territory is more than land. It is opportunity, it is shelter, it is survival. When forests disappear, prey becomes harder to find. Conflicts increase. Boundaries collapse. The challenges facing the jaguar are no longer limited to the hunt. A greater struggle is beginning, one that even the strongest predator cannot fight alone. Night returns to the Amazon. The river flows as it always has. Insects sing. Frogs call from the darkness. And somewhere within the endless forest, the black jaguar disappears once again. Unseen, unknown, almost mythical. Its survival depends on patience. Its success depends on precision. Its future depends on a forest that is changing faster than ever before. For thousands of years, this silent hunter has ruled the shadows, a master of ambush, a symbol of power. A reminder that nature's greatest predators are not always the loudest. Sometimes they are the quietest. And while the Amazon still stands, the black king of the rainforest continues its watch, waiting, listening, surviving, until the next hunt begins.